I went. Let me grab some water. Hey, you can talk to the crowd real quick. Give me a second.
Hello, everyone. I know that the Labudo channel just joined us for a nice topic. We're discussing pets and whether or not people want a pet. Personally, I love pets. Well, not all pets. I love dogs, and I love particularly really small dogs, like maybe a Maltese or a Yorkshire Terrier, or
Okay.
maybe like a toy poodle. But other than that, that's like my preference. I don't like big dogs, and I certainly don't like a pit bull. I'm not really interested in that type of dog. Um, but they're the cutest. But there's like those are the most feistiest dogs. Actually, they're really feisty. Are you back, Todd?
Yes, I'm back.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm back. I
You sound like a black guy. There's a white guy, but you sound black. Like
Well, how do I sound black? I mean, am I? What is it about my voice that makes me sound black?
it sounds deep. It sounds deep.
And you don't think white men have deep voices? I mean, I've never really heard a white man with a deep voice. I can't think of any white guys that have deep voices.
I haven't heard
Like
any.
in those old mob movies, I feel like a lot of those old actors have deep voices, but maybe it's just
They
my.
didn't. Remember, like they spoke. They had like even higher voices back then. They would be like, I can't do the. I can't give the impression. I'm really bad at impressions. So
Yeah, yeah. I mean,
we have one person watching. Hello, welcome.
yeah. So I look at pets as, to me, pets are pets are for people who are insecure. And I'm just gonna come out and say it. I just really think it's for people who are insecure.
Okay, can you give me
People
the
who,
logic? Can you give me the logic behind that?
again, people who don't really have, there's a void that needs to be filled. Uh, the void hasn't been filled. Some emotional void, um, maybe attachment issues, the yearning to be loved unconditionally, because human beings are definitely wishy-washy. So, but a dog is stupid, so a dog will always love you. And most animals generally will love you because you are their primary caregiver. But I think that there are a lot of human beings that they suffer with depression. They suffer with um, um, anxiety, and they need something there, and that something is a pet, and that's what I've always thought.
What's wrong with that?
I don't think there's anything wrong with that necessarily. Again, I don't think there's anything wrong with it, but it becomes uh, absurd when you are expected to treat a pet on the same level as a human being. For example, when you go to someone's house and they want the pet in the dining room, or they want the pet around you while you are doing things that are deemed um, to be clean. Eating is something that is deemed to be clean, and I don't want to sit here in a room with a dirty dog. I'm sorry, I just don't want to, because a dog is an unclean animal.
Dirty dog. You know that song? Dirty.
Yeah, but yeah, a dog is an uncleaned animal.
Mm, I
And
don't know.
so with it being unclean, the idea is you have an animal that should literally be outside, but you have it on the inside, and it's 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 disgusting to a degree. It's disgusting.
I don't know. Yeah, I think we're probably not going to come to an agreement on this. I love dogs.
Well, yeah, I mean, I'm not disagreeing with whether you should love dogs or not. It's just that
No, I mean like I want one in my home.
that's disgusting.
I mean, I don't like. I used to like when I had my dog. I would cuddle with him, not like in my bed though, but I would
You
cuddle with him,
know,
maybe sitting on the couch, cuddle, and he loved cuddling.
and
All
and those and see in that type of and that in itself, right? Cuddling with an animal, to
yeah,
me, there's some sort of psychosexual deviant.
psychosexual.
Yeah,
What?
there's
It's
some
your
sort of
baby.
psycho. There's some sort of psych. They're not a baby.
It's like
They
cuddling
are
with your baby.
literally, it's a wild animal that has been domesticated, and the fact of the matter is,
Oh my gosh.
it's maybe we should share this to the main channel and
No, I don't want you to share it to the main
yeah,
channel.
there's some psychosexual um, deviant um, uh, adaptation that human beings have grown into. Because now you see people kissing their dogs, sleeping with the dog,
Yeah, I would never kiss a dog. That's
and to me, I'm not heavy into religion. However, I really do believe that there are some things about there's something that religion got right, or Christianity and Islam. These animals are unclean. And so the idea of kissing a dog, to me, that's an abomination because what next will you do? Cuddling with the dog. What next will you do? Sleeping with the dog or the cat. What next will you do? These things aren't to be slept with. These things aren't to be, to me, it's an abomination. I've spent the night over at friends' homes before drunk, and they have cats, and the cat will want to come snuggle with you, and I will always push the cat away from it because it's not only is it an unclean creature, but I have participated.
oh, that's pretty sad. You should let the cat cuddle with you.
Well, I'm gonna tell you why. I have participated in an unclean act of drinking. So it's too much demonic energy taking place right there on that couch.
Someone named Dookie. What is this name? Dookie
Dookie
said
badass. Yeah, go ahead.
they don't belong in the house at all. It's disgusting.
And they don't belong in the home. No animal, in my opinion, belongs in the home. And not even a bird. I think it's selfish to have a bird in the home. I think it's selfish to clip a bird's wings. A bird is definitely an animal that is the absolute representation of freedom. And what the hell do you have a parrot for? And you live in Wisconsin. It's like to me that's selfish. That's one of the most selfish things you can do. Take this bird out of its natural environment to the point where you have a bird in the middle of Montana, a parrot. That's selfish. So um, pets. It's deeper than somebody just not liking pets in a relationship. A person like me, it's not about the fact that the goddamn dog is barking. It's the fact that the entire animal being amongst me is an abomination because it's a lower life form, and I'm not going to treat it like it's a human being or something that's greater. So I think that's one of the things that can make or break a relationship. It's unfortunate, yeah, but so
It is
you
unfortunate.
never thought. I'm sorry,
I said it is unfortunate.
but you never thought about even like see even you, right? And there was a time and there was a time when black people didn't even on average, a lot of blacks didn't have dogs in the home, let alone have a pet.
Yeah, my aunt, she had a dog since I was born, and the dog stayed outside in the doghouse. Never came in the house.
Yeah, and now you see even black women now cuddling with dogs and kissing them, and I'm like, you've accepted a deviant aspect of Western culture. Western culture is awesome. Don't get me wrong, but there are some things about Western culture like that are disgusting. I like cuddling with the dog. No, you shouldn't cuddle with an animal. I mean, it's an animal.
No, I mean those the dogs are real like cuddly. It's really, it's like a little baby to you, and they like to jump into your arms and cuddle. I remember my dog; he loved cuddling, but he just became too much for me because he was
Did you
always
ever kiss
running
the
around.
dog too?
No, I would never, I would never kiss a
See,
dog.
I think
No,
you
never.
did, and you just forgot because it
No,
became
I
so normal.
didn't. I did not. I would never kiss a dog. Yeah, that's disgusting.
But see, I think that's the thing, and again, man, you know, imagine you're dating someone and you see them kissing the dog. You know, that will do something to you subconsciously in your brain.
I see a
Not
lot of people kissing their dogs, and I do wonder about that. Like, is their spouse or significant other like turned off by it? It's disgusting.
yeah, they may be subconsciously turned off, and in maybe 3 or 4 months from that date, they may argue about something as small as the refrigerator door being open. But really, it's pent up
It's
resentment.
really the dog.
Yeah, you never know. It's probably pent up resentment because your spouse has a psychosexual uh,
Oh my gosh, you think it's
relationship
sexual?
with the dog.
You think it's a sexual situation?
Well, obviously, anything you're kissing a dog, I mean, that is very sexual. Look, a parent kissing their child is not sexual, right? That's bonding and affection for a literally an extension of who you are. But what the hell are you kissing a dog for? Like every time I've kissed someone, I mean, obviously it was something sexual involved, right? You know, and I will admit I've been at bars and occasionally have kissed women that I've gotten drunk with, but
That's
that's
pretty
sexual.
disgusting. Kissing random women in the
Yeah,
bar.
I know. But see, you're drinking. But see, kissing a dog. What are you kissing this dog for? The dog is stupid. One. So you kissing it is not like you kissing a human being, where the human being understands the affection. Dogs don't kiss each other. So what do you got to think about it? How does the dog interpret what you just did? You can't figure it out, right? And the dog doesn't know. But it's just something that in my opinion, you're not supposed to do.
I think the dog does know because it see you kissing your other human counterpart, so they're like, "Oh, okay, this is what I do to get affection." Like dogs are pretty smart, so they know like what
You think
affection.
dogs understand that?
So why? Okay, so let me ask you, why do they like to like cuddle in your arms? Why do they
But
like
how do you
to?
but how do you know that the dog likes cuddling in your arm?
They'll just come and jump in your arms and cuddle.
But see, how do we know what the dog really wants? See, we really don't know. Yeah, it seems like it's cuddling, but dogs don't have a concept of cuddling. That's something that we made up, right? That's something that we as human beings made
Oh,
up. Oh,
Dookie
let's
says facts,
cuddle.
Budo.
Say what?
Dookie, what a name, Dookie. I can't even say this name. He said Fax Labudo.
And so the thing is that we don't exactly know what the dog is thinking, right? And so the
Mhm.
thing is that you are engaging in a subconscious um um eros, what's the word I'm looking for? I think it's eros sex or something. But it's something that it, follow me down this road, right? And I could be wrong. To me, you are opening up a portal, right?
A
You're open.
portal?
Yeah, just like when you drink alcohol, you're opening up portals, right? You think about
Mhm.
alcohol, right? You become, um, first of all, you become really stupid. I mean, there have been times when I've been drinking, I could barely put a sentence together. But you lose inhibitions. You're likely to do things you wouldn't do sober. It's
Mhm.
the same thing goes when you're cuddling with a dog. Okay, you're opening up a door to, in my opinion, to perversions.
Mm.
And I've always thought that. I've always thought like if you're willing to. And you hear all these stories, right? You hear these stories about, and we, and I know your channel is, safe, but we know who we're talking about. You hear
What?
these
Oh,
stories.
no, that went over my head. What?
You hear these stories about a lot of times with a lot of whites. They're,
Oh.
they're having sex with the dog. They're having sex with farm animals.
Oh my gosh.
And I'm telling you, it started when they were young. It started with them. And again, not all white people are like this, of course not. But it started living in households where you have all these goddamn animals in the house. You're playing with the animals as a kid. The animal sleeps with you. The animal becomes like your brother. You give the stupid animal a name. The animal can pretty much do what it wants to do. And then, one thing leads to another. You're cuddling. Then you're kissing. And then one day you're sticking your finger inside the, and
That is that I don't I
okay.
can't.
I mean, it
What?
happens. It
No,
happens.
it's I don't
Okay.
think
All right.
so.
Okay.
It's
All right.
rare. It's
It
extremely
happens.
rare for
How
that
do
to
you,
occur.
no,
And people have been known to have relations with horses, all types of animals,
where do
and
you think it comes from?
they don't have those animals within their home.
Where do you think the behavior comes from? People didn't wake up one day and start sleeping with these animals. It start doing sexual perverted things with these animals. It starts with little things like you sitting on the couch
No,
and
I
no,
think it starts
you're
from.
gonna you're gonna not let me finish what I was saying
Oh my gosh.
because I know it's a tough conversation, but hear me out. It's a cold winter night, and
I am not listening to this. You're
oh,
crazy.
okay.
What?
So I mean, what's the point of having guests if you're not gonna? Okay, think about this. It's a cold winter night. You've been drinking wine. It's snowing outside. It's beautiful outside, and you have this animal, right? This cat or this dog, and it's warm, and you could feel the vibration of its body. You're there just rubbing it,
I
and
am not listening to this.
okay, all right, because
I don't want
because
that on my channel. You're crazy. You're
no,
nuts.
because I'm
What
trying
are
to
you
tell you this
talking
is
about?
what
You're like
happens.
trying to set a scene on.
Because that's
What?
how it happens.
No, that is not how it
Yeah,
happens.
how do you think these people end up?
People have perverted minds, and they might be curious about
Exactly.
certain
Most
things.
human beings have perverted minds, man. Whether it's something, like a lot of people have fetishes, right? And what it does is that these doors are opened up with certain types of behaviors that are not supposed to happen. You're not supposed to cuddle with these creatures because now you don't have a man at home, or you have a
A
problem
man
with.
at home is
No, listen.
normally men that are doing this.
No, it's not. It's mostly no. A lot of people getting caught doing stuff like that are white women, and we know it.
No, it's men that are doing. It's white
Okay.
men.
Well, okay. Well, and what I'm saying is that you start cuddling with the creature, you feel relaxed around it, and then you end up doing crazy stuff with these creatures because you've already opened that door up when you started cuddling with
I am
them.
deleting this video. You are nuts. What?
Okay. All right.
You tried to set a porno scene.
That's all
This
that.
person, Dookie, said lies. Women do this a lot too. They do not. Who is Dookie? What? Dookie, call in and get on the panel with this nonsense you're talking. Dookie. I mean, it's mostly men. If you look at all of the women got videos on the internet of them being with animals, where are these supposed videos? Whenever you see a story about someone getting arrested for sleeping with an animal, it's always a man. Like 99.9% of the time, it's a man. So show me the evidence, Dookie. Do you have any links that you can post showing
Look,
these stats of
look,
women? It's mostly women with animals.
look. Whether it's men or women, the major problem with pets in a home is you are unlocking portals, and it's disgusting, man. Like, the fact that people will eat in a room with a dog, like it to me, that's the most nasty. It's to me, it's disgusting,
Yeah,
man.
I mean, I do find that nasty. I think, like I said, dogs should eat alone. They should not eat at the table. They should not share the same bowls or dish rags or anything like that. Clean their bowls outside with the little hose. I mean, I totally agree with that. That I agree with. But not the other things you were saying about this whole sexual nature of the relationship. It's rare for people to do that. And Dookie, what he's talking about, Dookie is watching some kind of probably illegal porn where he's seeing something like that because no one sees anything like that's illegal. So Dookie is watching this stuff like he has some type of fetish. I wish Dookie would call in. Did you drop the link for Dookie?
I don't think Dookie's gonna call in, but sure. And shout out to Dookie. You
What?
know,
He has to change his name. That name, I cannot say that
you
name.
know, I think this conversation is uncomfortable for you because you owned a dog. You had a dog, and of course, you obviously aren't a deviant. But when I see a lot of women with dogs, that's a red flag. Red flag.
Oh my gosh.
And when I see a family with a dog, to me that's a red flag too, because in my opinion, it screams something is missing in this family. Something's missing. Because why do you need this?
Something's missing in the family because they decided to adopt a pet. I don't think so. They
Yeah,
just
because why? Why would you with a family and you have children?
dogs are a lot of fun, especially like if you're single. They're a lot of fun. They're like you could go walk for walks with them. Like I said, you could play with them. It's fun to have a companion like a dog, and they're loyal, very loyal companions. So why wouldn't someone want that, right?
Would you sleep with a raccoon if we domesticated raccoons?
If we domesticated, I mean, they would never be able to make raccoons cute enough for me to want them in my home.
What about, okay, squirrels are cute. Would you sleep with a squirrel?
Dookie said, "I've came across that trash on the internet on accident." Hmm. Where, Dookie? Because they don't just let that. That's not on the internet. You have to like go to a particular site to see something like that. Hmm. I don't know. Have you seen this on the internet, Todd? Todd?
Have I seen what? Yeah, of course. I mean, like I said before, especially on Twitter. But the thing is, these are uncomfortable truths, right? And you know, first of all, you've been programmed, right? You've been programmed with ever since you've been a child. Disney movies, cartoons, they've been selling you. Yeah, that happened to me too when I was looking for like, yeah,
See, you're looking for some deviant type of video, Dookie, and that's why you're coming across this nonsense. This is why. Oh my gosh.
yeah. Like when you sit back and think about it, right?
Mhm.
You've been programmed since you've been a child, right? You've been programmed by movies, cartoons, particularly Disney. Disney is the biggest seller of this crap, like the you need an animal crap, because most of their films have anthropomorphized animals, right? So you are, you know, being, you're being programmed to just unconditionally love these animals. And then you may have animals in your family. Other people may have animals, and t- then it comes to the point where you're 7 years old and the parent lets you sleep with the damn Labrador. It's just ridiculous shit, man. Oh, sleep with your brother. If your brother wants to sleep, and it's a dog coming into the room sleeping with the kid, kind of crazy shit.
Yeah, and it's cute. It's really cute.
It's not cute. It's a wild animal. Come on, it's an animal.
Siblings sleep together all the time.
Yeah, human beings, not a human and a damn dog.
You'll never understand the love for a dog.
No, because you're not supposed to love dogs. You're not, and this is what I'm saying. To me, it doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense. Um, because at the end of the day, that animal, even though it's a domesticated dog, it could rip that baby apart. if it really wanted to.
Dookie said nothing cute about an animal sleeping with the baby. It is
Exactly.
cute. If you see like a little tiny puppy, they're so cute themselves. Then you see it snuggling next to a baby. It's the cutest thing. Like two innocent little babies sleeping. It's so cute.
A
Like who
dog is
wouldn't
not
find that
necessary.
adorable? Who wouldn't? Whose heart wouldn't melt
Let
by
me
looking
guess.
at
Let me
that?
guess. If baby tigers are some of the most beautiful baby animals too. Would you want the baby tiger sleeping with the dog, baby
Your heart
too?
would melt. I mean, of course, a baby tiger is dangerous, but your heart would melt if you saw them. They're so cute. They're all cute animals. So, of course,
Yeah.
yeah.
And this is exactly why, you know, um, this is something that's not really talked about, but I really believe pets are one of the biggest factors here, especially if you're somebody who thinks like me, because if you have a pet, I'm just gonna think you're crazy.
Oh my
Oh,
god.
if I need to go feed Fred. Who's Fred? Oh, that's my pet turtle. Oh my god. No, why do you have a pet turtle, man? Turtles are supposed to be in the damn jungles, man. Oh, that's my pet turtle. What do you need a turtle for?
Oh my gosh.
Now, conservations, zoos, which I don't approve of, but yeah, I can understand that, right? But like I live in an area where I live in a white community, and every goddamn white person is walking with a dog. I'm like, what is it with these people and these damn dogs, man? They love the dogs more than they love their own dad. And then here's the thing: why are so many relationships ending in divorce in America? Why
Is
do
it
white
because of the
people?
dog? Is it over the
I think
dog?
partially it's because of these damn animals. It's just never
All
talked about.
right.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, if you sit back and
Okay.
think
Can
about
you can you support that with some type of logic? Let's hear the logic behind this.
it, because you have households where a lot of times divorces come about because of financial reasons, right?
Hmm.
But one of the problems is that you take the animal is an attributing factor to the financial problem because it's an expense at this point. You could argue and say that living above your means, driving luxury cars, or getting or hiring landscapers can be a contributing factor. When you could be doing these things yourself with your spouse. Hey, honey, let's go outside and do this so we can bond. But I think animals play a factor in divorce. Not a big factor. Like I'm not gonna. I mean, if I guess a number, I'm just guessing. But I would say about maybe 10-15%.
That's interesting. I mean, you have nothing to back it up, but that's interesting. Okay. Hey, what can I say?
Yeah, I mean, you know, if we focus more on treating each other nice, being beautiful to each other, I think we wouldn't have these problems, man.
Mm. If we focus on being beautiful to each other, we wouldn't need dogs. Is that what you're
Well,
saying?
I think we wouldn't need distractions. We wouldn't need to be distracted all the times, and pets are a distraction. You
Yep.
know, it's not just the animals. It's people have these pets because they want to be distracted from reality. You know, cuddling with a dog. Oh, I'm cuddling with Sarah right now. Who's Sarah? Oh, that's my dog.
Oh
Oh,
my gosh.
crazy.
Well,
Yeah.
I think we've done enough dog bashing for today. I think it's time to wrap it up. We've been live for about almost an hour now. Dookie is still going off in the comments. Let's see what Dookie's saying. He said, "People are sick. I came across snake identification groups on Facebook, and all these crazy people in the comment section talking about how cute these deadly snakes are." I have to agree with you on that. I mean, like, they do that a lot in Florida. In our Florida Facebook group, they're always like identifying snakes. And then if you try to if you're trying to say, hey, come and kill this snake, they get angry and they say, go back to New York. We don't want you guys here. These are, you know, these people belong here. Oh, Dookie wants to. Oh,
He wants to come to your
what's
channel.
my link? I don't really go live on my channel, but can you drop the link, Todd?
Yeah.
I don't really go live on my channel. All I do is uploads, really, and I normally just do uploads of me driving and talking. But yeah, I don't like snakes either. And Dookie says the world is just unreal at this point. I'm sick of humans.
Now before you go,
Interesting that he said, but listen to what he says though. He says he's sick of humans. Isn't that interesting? So then why not get a dog? Then dogs are better than humans, so get a dog.
Yeah, humans have built roads, cars, skyscrapers, planes. Yeah, humans are a lot better than that. I mean, dogs are a lot better than humans. Right?
You never hear anyone say, "I'm sick of dogs." You don't hear it.
I'm telling. I'm saying it.
You don't even have one to be sick of.
I live in a white neighborhood. I might as well just be sick of them.
Hilarious.
Oh, he doesn't bite. I'm like, I don't give a shit. It's just, I just don't want him touching me.
Well, it's been nice. It was a nice little discussion of you hating on dogs. Dookie said he'd never get a filthy dog. I don't know. You may change your mind. Maybe when you're older, you may get a little lonely and say, hey, you know what? A nice companion will be a dog. We'll see. But I thank you guys for tuning in. My channel is what's my channel? Just driving with Shauna. Yeah, just driving with Shauna. And I just do uploads of me driving through the city and just having random discussions with my audience about anything. Thank you for subscribing, Dookie. And hopefully it's your cup of tea. And if you think it's someone else's cup of tea, tell them to subscribe. Just driving with Shauna. Any words before we go, Todd?
Dogs suck.
Thanks for tuning in, guys. And thank you, Todd, for joining me. Bye.